Buongiorno. Here we are. Holiday weekend is over, and we had some good fun this weekend. It was Nico and Enzo's birthday, so we made crepes. So I saw that a little on my story, as Angelina took some video of us making the crepes. And you know, we kind of had a lazy day yesterday. Didn't really do much cooking. We just kind of threw stuff together. We kind of lounged around and just had a lazy day. And that was kind of nice because I think we all needed it. So anyway, this morning I was stalling a little because I was hoping that, you know, the neighbor's grass cutting would be done and it wouldn't be so noisy. So I hope that's not too distracting in the background. But, you know, what are you going to do? This is life in the real kitchen. So, one of the things I want to tell you to do, I'd like to ask you to do, if you would just hit that little dingy bell up at the top of the video here so that you get reminded when we come on. And I'm here for you. So, if you're reminded that I'm coming to teach you something, come to share something with you, or, you know, just be together. So, because that's what life's all about, being at the table. And this is what's going to bring us to the table, cooking homemade food, you know, and then just bringing it to the table, making everybody come and eat it. So today, since we didn't do a big Sunday dinner this weekend because we kind of had a late crepe brunch, and then the twins you know what they wanted for their birthday to eat? They wanted breakfast all day. So that's what was like, these tiers of breakfast foods. It was kind of fun. It was just different. Anyway, so we're going to make some pappardelle, which is one of my favorite pastas. It's a very, very easy one, but you know, it's funny. Here in the States, you can't find it very often in a store. You'll find it in a restaurant, especially with a Bolognese sauce. But you don't very often find it. If you want good pappardelle, you gotta make it. So, really, really easy. Let's start. Today I'm not using the rolling pin. Today I actually got the pasta machine out over here. So we are going to have some fun with that. So let me get my scale out. Because you know I like to weigh stuff. So we're going to make enough for 4 of us today. I'm going to do about, oops, I forgot my bowl. These are my awesome Pampered Chef bowls. Okay, so you always put your bowl or whatever container you're using to weigh on the scale first, then you turn it on because then it starts at 0. Because right now it's minus 24 something. Can't tell ounces. Wow, this is 24 ounces. Okay, now it's 0. So I'm putting it at grams because I like to do about 100 grams per person. So we're going to do 400 grams of flour. Today I'm just using the plain, actually no, I'm just using plain flour today because I want it to be, I don't know, because it's right here, that's all. Sometimes I like to do the half semolina, but I forgot to get it out. Whatevs. Okay. I love playing with it, making it exact. 403. That's close enough. Okay. I'm going to push the flour aside. And we're just going to do this, my favorite thing to do. There. And we're going to start like this. Make a nice well in the middle. We're going to start with 4 eggs. Yes, I always do 1 egg at a time, but since there's a white flour and a brown shell's not too hard to do. Okay, 1. Let's do it that way. 2. Now, just to show you what I'm talking about really quickly here, I am going to break one in here to show you. This is a large egg. To weigh this one's actually a small large egg. That's only 49 grams. Usually they're about 50, 55 I've been finding. So that was a smallish one in the runt of the litter. So let's see what this other one is. Whoops. Look at that, and that one's 54. Oh. So, since I like about 60 or even 70 grams of liquid per 100 grams of flour, that's not even. So we're going to put in a little bit of water, or we're going to have it ready anyway. So that's, let's see, 10, 20, 34. Yeah, this is about 60 grams of water. So we're going to see how much we need. We definitely won't need more than that, but we may need all of that. So I'm going to push this out a little bit before it starts running out because my circle is not very big in the middle. Okay, the funnest, you can do this with a fork, but and that's fun too, but it's really, really fun with your hands. I know, some people are like, it's so yucky, it's so fun. So you just take a little bit of the well at a time and just mix it in the middle. Hi, Angel. Hi. She slept in this morning. Actually, she sleeps in every morning that she can. But she's been helping me, so that's good. We're gonna do some serious learning on this. I've been taking a lot of like little classes online on how to do all this stuff that I'm doing. The cooking part I know, but the promoting and the sharing and the building your YouTube channel and all that stuff, I'm learning, and it's been fun. It's almost as fun as making pasta. Just kidding, not even close, but it is fun. I love being creative. I love creating, things. So now we're going to start creating like these cool, what do they call it? Thumbnail for the front of my videos. That's kind of fun. I don't know. Anyway, I get to be creative. I enjoy. All right, so we're getting a nice, so now it's kind of not runny anymore, so we can kind of start really pulling it together. And this is going to need, I'm going to put a little bit of this in now, but not all of it. And if need be, you can always add a little more water. But I can tell there's a lot of flour to bring in here. All right, so that was an extra 60 grams of water. Oh, look at this is coming together nice. The beginning of it's always messy, but that's okay. Because then we're gonna, do our little scrapey thing. Get it all in here. And it always looks like, oh gosh, is this gonna be pasta? I mean, look at it, it's all crumbly looking and everything, but you're just gonna little by little bring it all together. And it's so beautiful. All right, here we go. Getting everything in. And we're gonna knead it for a few minutes. And it's such a nice consistency right now. Now we just want every little grain of, right, just so we don't want it to stick to the board again, I'm just gonna put a little teeny bit of flour down while we're kneading. But you want every little grain of flour to soak up the wet. So that's why you're mixing it together, getting it all completely melded together. Kneading dough is all about the palm of your hand, okay? So remember that. I've seen people really have a hard time, believe it or not, kneading dough. They're doing this with not the fingertips. It's the palm of your hand, and you lean into it. When you lean into it, it doesn't kill you. You know, if you're sitting here, you know, going crazy, you know, it's got to be, it's like you're, I don't know, like you're caressing it. Just leaning into it, loving it. Love your pasta. I love pasta. And you know, when you roll it out skinny like this and then fold it back over, you know, when it's skinny, it's not pushing down as hard, and you're, you know, not working as hard. So, you know, and you take turns, one arm, it does make it easier. Instead of putting all your effort into two at once, sometimes it's just easier to go one at a time. And look at this. Look at that. Beautiful, nice, round ball of dough. It's got some nice give to it. You know, you can, let me show you up close. You give it nice and it kind of slowly comes back. But it's a nice, it's not hard to push in, but it's not too mushy. So, I'm gonna cover that up right here. We're gonna let that rest for a minute while I clean up. I love scraping the board. It's like a, you know, another one of those things I love to do. You guys must think I'm crazy. Okay, so now my hands are washed. Get all the sticky dough off. Quick wipe off. And now I'm going to do something I was actually debating, but you know, we're doing okay. And I'm going to give you a quick lesson on a quick version of a Bolognese sauce. Okay, so Bolognese is a more northern Italian meat sauce, and it is predominantly meat. Oftentimes here you'll see a really red tomatoey sauce with ground beef in it. That's not really a Bolognese sauce. Yeah, it's a Bolognese-ish sauce. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you a quick one. Now, Bolognese done properly is one of those sauces that you let cook for a few hours. So I'm going to explain how you would elongate the process, but we're going to do a quick one because we're just going to have this for lunch today. If I was doing this for Sunday dinner, I'd be doing the long version. So let me put my little burner together. I don't put this in until just about time to use because it makes me nervous. Okay, let me get the pan. Now I'm going to do this in a pan because I'm not making that much. So otherwise you could do it in a pot that's bigger. You would want to do it like in a nice big Dutch. If you're going to do the all day, you do it in a nice big Dutch oven, a big ceramic, you know, pan. But I want this to be low so I can show you. And I'm only doing 1 pound of meat, so it's not going to be too crazy. All right, let's move this over to this corner here for a few moments. So I have a little bit of room to work. I'm just going to put a small board on top of here. This is my pasta board. I do cut on this board, but not stuff other than pasta. It is plenty good enough to be a cutting board. Okay, so to get started, let's see here. We're going to get, that's a better size. I'm going to get a nice little onion, and I've already got some carrots and celery. So the most important thing to know is that this is not just a meat sauce. It's kind of like a meat and vegetable sauce. So we are going to, quick reminder, there's the stem part, there's the root part. So cut from the stem to the root. It seems to me that in all my classes, the thing that gets asked the most is which way to cut the onion. Everybody does it different. Really, truly, there's no wrong way. but there's always a better way. How's that? Doesn't that sound good? You know, kind of like me. I'm not always right, but I'm never wrong. Ha ha. Just kidding. That's my family. They'll tell you how wrong I am all the time. All right, so we're just doing some little slices here. We want this to be very small. We want these to be minced. So I made these in little teeny pieces. I'm going to cut them close together because I want a small, small mince. I want them to almost melt in to the sauce and into the meat. The smaller they are, and also, of course, make them very uniform. Don't make big ones and little ones. See, these, I don't know if you can see, but these are, you know, teeny tiny pieces here on the knife. Okay, so we're gonna get this started. Ooh, the flour just went up my nose. Okay, we're gonna start with a little bit of olive oil. Actually, we're gonna wait till we leave the pan hot here. So let's turn this on. Nice. Let's get the pan nice and hot while I continue to cut. All right, nice and hot. Put the oil in. A couple tablespoons. All right, we're gonna put the onions in there. And then we're going to do, so I got ahead of myself because I was like, just in case we've got time, I don't want to waste any. But we're going to cut the carrots. So I'm not just cutting them in half, I'm kind of quartering them. Cutting them into really skinny strips because I want them to be cut into, so you can see they're kind of really skinny. And especially if you're doing a quickie sauce like this, you want them little because they'll cook a lot faster. But it really is the best way to do it. Skinny, skinny. Okay. Ooh, let's make sure I don't burn these onions. Let's turn those down. There we go. Look at this nice little teeny weeny dice. It's so nice. A nice dice. That was kind of a good sized carrot. So I'm not sure, maybe I'll do one of the smaller ones here. It does really work best if you cut one side off and then the other side is flat, so it's easier to slice and dice. I'll save these two for a snack. And then some celery. So same thing. Cut this into little skinny pieces. Okay. So see, I've got all these little skinny sticks. And a bunch of little teeny celery. I turned this off for just a split second. My pan was getting kind of hot. This thing actually cooks hotter than my big burner. This thing cooks fast. Oh yeah. There we go. So we're gonna let these cook down. Now they're gonna make their own juice. So we've got, as you can see here, we've got carrot, celery, and onions, teeny tiny. Always spread it out, you know, so it all cooks. I see sometimes a pan with a bunch of stuff in the middle and people just stir it around, leave it in a lump. Spread it out. Okay. So not everybody, but I do like a little bit of garlic. So I'm just going to put in a little bit of garlic. So just 1 clove. But I'm not putting it in yet. I'm going to put this in just before I do the, put the little bit of sauce in it. So this is not a tomato sauce. This is a meat sauce with a little bit of tomato in it. It's really not heavy tomato-y like most people think. This is a northern Italian thing, so very little tomato. Sometimes you'll even find that they'll put some pancetta in here, or some pork, all ground up with the ground beef. Really yummy. Hold on 1 second. Let me get my tomatoes. Almost tripped on my husband's longboard in the closet. It started falling on me. I'm like, what is this in this closet? Okay. So we want this definitely. I need just a little bit more oil. It's a little dry. Okay. Oh man, but you can so smell this. It smells so nice. Now, this is something you want to cook normally low and slow. Let it just melt down. Maybe caramelize a smidgen just to get that, draw that flavor out. I'm gonna go ahead and put the garlic in now. Again, it's not always a garlic flavored, but I just put a little because I like it that way. And that is the beauty of things being yours. This is your kitchen. This is the way you got to do it, the way you like it. If you don't like garlic, don't put it in. If you want to be really traditional, follow a Bolognese recipe exact. Everybody's kitchen is theirs. This is Dorina's kitchen, so that's why I do it my way. Did it my way. Okay, a little off tune there, I know. Got up these past couple mornings at 5 o'clock, and by 6 o'clock I was out taking a walk. Whew! Isn't it crazy? I said a prayer the other night. I'm like, God, please help me get up early so I can go take an early morning walk, because I don't like walking like when it's hot or when there's cars around and stuff. I just like walking when it's quiet and calm. And so yesterday morning, just woke up with energy at like 5:30, whatever it was. I was out the door by 6. I'm like, wow, cool. Last night I said to prayer, God, please let me get up again. And I know I'm so tired today, and I was up early and I went to bed late. 5 o'clock again this morning I woke up. I'm like, all right. But in the meantime, both yesterday and today, I took a nap after I came back from my early morning walk. So, you know, I guess you got to work your way up, you know. It's been a while since I've done the walking because my knee was having some serious problems. But I'm okay now, sort of. All right, so now we're just going to move this stuff over a little bit. You can take it out. You can do it in 2 different pans. I'm just going to do it like this because this is going to cook quick. I'm going to put my ground beef in. Which I defrosted this morning. Because I was up so early. So this is a 95-15 beef. I do in general prefer cooking with the 80-20 because there's a little more flavor to it because there's more fat in it. If you use 80-20, I do recommend that you cook them in 2 separate pans, drain off some of that fat afterwards. The fat has already gone ahead and flavored the meat, but just drain off the excess. What is it? Is this 85-15 or 90-10? This you don't really need to do that. The little bit of fat that's in here just gives it more depth and not too greasy. Okay, so now this is cooking. I'm just going to put in a little pepper because I like pepper. You know, I hated pepper growing up, but it's amazing how much flavor it imparts as long as you don't overdo it. So I'm putting some salt in here. And as this cooks, so I'm going to let that cook for a minute. You just get this stuff cleaned up, because as soon as I've got the last of those ingredients in, we're going to start rolling out our dough. We are going to have a good lunch today, because I love pappardelle. I'm a poet. I'm a dork is what I am. All right, so this meat is browning. It's about, 3/4 of the way cooked. Breaking up little chunks here. Turn it up a little bit for a minute. So now I'm going to add a little bit of vino bianco, little white wine. If you can get your hands on these kind of bottles, they are the best, because they stay nice and tightly closed. You don't have to worry about a cork in and out. And it's nice to have these by the stove so you can cook. So we're going to put in about 1/4, maybe 1/3 a cup. Just enough. Give it some flavor. You can do white wine. I mean, I think the real recipe is white wine. I have done it with red wine, because I think red wine goes good with beef too. So if you don't have white wine, use red. If you don't have red, use white. And you're going to let this cook for a minute, because you do want to let the alcohol cook out. Oh, man. What is it when you put wine in anything? Whether you put wine in a glass. You put wine in a glass, it tastes good. Put wine in your chicken and your beef and your soup and your stew and your pasta sauce. Man, it just brings it to another level. Let me tell you, one of my tricks, I always have gallons. Just like, gallons of the not very expensive. I'm not going to call it cheap, because it's really not bad. But I always have gallons of inexpensive wine. Red, white, rosé. Oh. Can you smell it?
Yeah.
So now this is cooking. Now a lot of times I've seen, and the way you do this, if you're going to do a nice long sauce with this, you're going to do this. You're going to add your tomatoes, but you're also going to add some water. And typically up in the north, they'll add water, let it cook slow for a while, and then and some people will do like a vegetable broth. But they tend to, I've heard a lot of people doing water. And you add some water and you let it cook out, and you add some more water, let it cook out. And you do this for a couple hours, and you just let it cook real slow. We're doing the quickie, so I'm just gonna maybe, if I feel the need, add a little bit of water. But the way this actually comes is all the vegetables completely break down. You don't even really see them. They just make the sauce, like when it coats the pasta, has a little bit of like orange tint to it, but in reality, like, you see no vegetables at all if it's cooked down the right way, all the way. Right now it is really pretty, because you can see the little teeny weeny specks of orange and the little teeny weeny specks of pale green. You don't really see the onion. Okay, so let's move this over just a little, because we're going to start making pasta in a minute. We're going to let this keep cooking. So I'm just going to put in a little bit of sauce. So like, in this little bit, maybe 1/2, 3/4 cup. Whoop! Shoot. 3/4. Not really. Looked bigger when it was in one block. Now, of course, because that tomato sauce is in a jar, I'm just going to put the lid on it and put it in the refrigerator, and I'll use it in the next day or two in something else. Okay, now I'm going to just get some water. And I'm going to put some water, probably about 1/2 cup. I'm going to turn it to low. I'm just going to let this simmer. In the end, it's not a very wet sauce. We're going to cook out some of that water I'm gonna probably add a little, well, we'll see how it looks. I may add a little more, but that's pretty much it. All right, so that's easily good. We're gonna go a little over today, but that's okay, because I'm just gonna do a quick show you how to do this, show you what this looks like, and we'll be good to go. So I'm just gonna cut a piece of this off, put the rest of it here, back under there, and let's get my, oh, here it is, my cup of flour. So basically, I just want this to be a nice piece here, and we're going to run this through the roller. So every machine, you know, it's funny, I have different machines. Some of them go from 0 to 1, some of them go from 1 to 0. Anyway, you're going to put this on your most open setting. I can't think of the word. You know, I had this thing in storage. I think I just cleaned it. I have 3 of these. There we go. There's a piece of carrot in it because it was on the floor. I should just leave it in. You know what I really want to do is I've seen these well, actually I've seen them fancy lately. These ways to make pasta in the different colors, and we're going to, there it is. We're going to do that. You know, with you may use spinach or beets or other vegetables to make the color of the pasta change. So that's something I want to do in the near future. We're going to play. I've only done ever I've done the spinach and the tomato, but these other ones come purpley with the beets. And where do I keep finding these pieces of carrot? All right. So you always want to make sure that your dough's not too sticky before putting it in. So if it's a little, because this is a nice soft dough today, and you know, different times, you know, it's different. So there we go. Wow, that's nice and thin without even getting all the way to the end. So what we're going to do here is we put these over to rest. Let them just dry out a smidge. Oh. Now this is drying out really nicely. So let's put a little more water in. I think what this does is, the reality of it is, put a little water, cook it down, add a little more water, cook it down. It really breaks up the meat, makes it really tender, really like teeny tiny. It's really nice. So if you start your piece of dough with a nice shape, it comes out in a nice shape. Move that knife out of there. A little flour. It's always nice to double it over once. Works the dough. This is actually like almost like kneading the dough. It smells good. I'm getting hungry. I did eat really early this morning. Let's give this a little stir. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm going to turn that down now and just let it simmer. Again, this is a quick version, but the thing is, you know, quick version or not, you can't be afraid to make something just because you think it's got to take 6 hours to do. You know what? A quick version is still better than any one you'll get at the store in a jar. Yuck. And don't tell me that you buy the stuff in a jar and then you doctor it up. You can doctor it all day long, but you can't take the crap that's in it out. Right? You ever thought of it that way? You can't take the crap that's already in it out of it. You can add more stuff to, in theory, make it taste better. But you know what? No. No, no, no. All right. This one's nice and long, so I'm going to really quickly cut this in half. Okay. So, pappardelle. I'm going to do this. These I would normally let sit a little longer. But, got this nice pasta. And you can do it multitude of ways. There are cutters, there are rollers that are sharp, you know, you can do, or you can do it the simple way with a knife. So basically, once you've let this dry a little, you're going to give them a nice slice down the length of the pasta here. About an inch, inch and a quarter wide. And here you've got, this is the thickness of the pappardelle. Aren't they pretty? These, with this kind of a sauce that has a little bit of the grease from the meat on it, but then the vegetables and everything are in there flavoring, it just coats these wide noodles, and they're just the best. There's something about, they're nice and not too thick, they're nice and thin, but not paper thin. You don't want them paper thin. You want them to have a little substance. You don't want them to break when you pick them up. But you make them, so you make your dough like this. You know, make sure they're floured a little, they'll dry a little faster. Set them around, let them dry out. Every once in a while, go flip them over. Get breadcrumbs on them. Because Angelina made toast over here just before we started. Anyway, then you cut them. You know, and then you can let them sit for a few more minutes. But once they've, you know, air dried, I would say, I don't know, I've done them pretty quick before when I'm in a hurry. You know, half an hour to an hour is nice. Half an hour is fine. So let them dry out a little bit, flip them over a couple times, cut them, boil them in some nice salted water, and then toss them with this beautiful sauce, and you have a nice, very make your husband happy lunch. So this is not quite where it would normally be, but this is, I don't know if you can see the thickness of it, but it's nice. It's not watery. It's not too tomatoey. It probably has a quarter cup too much tomato sauce in my book, just because I really didn't measure it out, but it's still gonna be really yummy. Oh, you want to taste the Bolognese? Tell me if it's,
Just a little too red. Hot.
Hot. Oh, I thought I blew it off. Good enough.
It's good. Yeah.
Oh, just enough salt. Good. And that's going to coat this so beautifully. Look at this, though. Right? So, wow. I have 3 minutes. So let's chat for 3 minutes. So, now I do have the tool to make pasta alla chitarra. So, you know, one day soon we're going to do that too. We make troccoli, which are these thick, kind of long, skinny noodles, and they're long, skinny, thick, you know, it all makes sense, right? So anyway, oh gosh, I don't even remember what I was going to say. All I know is that this weekend was a tough weekend. You know, it's you know, so many people are trying hard to decide what they want to do, whether they want to be, you know, quarantine, not quarantine, all this kind of stuff. And it's tough. It's tough because, you know, you really don't know what to believe anymore. You kind of want to, you know, hold on. This is annoying me that I can't, like, just put you guys somewhere where I can make it. Oh, look, almost. almost to where I want it to be. Hold on. I'm gonna fix this. There we go. Is that all? There we go. It's almost, that's not too bad. You're sitting on an egg carton. But hey, you know, sometimes you just don't have the tripod. So anyway, yeah, so, you know, I saw all kind of interesting things this weekend, like don't say Happy Memorial Day because it's not a happy day. It's a day of memoriam. So this is a day, or it was a day this weekend, to celebrate the lives and to mourn, you know, mourn those who are gone. But I think that in general, we need to celebrate the lives of the people that went. So even though they say it's not a happy day, it's not a day that you say Happy Memorial Day, because I see a lot of people do that, and it's not Happy Memorial Day. And it's not necessarily something you say to people that are in the service because they're still here and living. And so Veterans Day is for them. But Memorial Day is a day to remember people who gave their lives for other people, period. You know, it's a tough thing, but it's an important day to remember those who've gone before us. So in the meantime, then we have all the fun news of who ran to the beaches in hordes. Oh my God. I mean, you know, we say go and then we get mad when they go and blah, blah, blah. It's like craziness. So you know what? Go if you want to go. Me, I'm sticking it out a little longer. I'm fine. I got a backyard. I got a hose. If I want to get wet, there you go. So I just urge everybody, please be safe. Right now, Italy's just opening up, and slowly but surely. And you know what they did that was so smart? Okay, houses of worship are now considered essential. People are saying that's essential. People got to go, and that makes people feel better, and they want to pray. In Italy, they opened the churches, but guess when they opened them? On a Monday. They're not stupidly opening it on a Sunday when hordes will go, because that's the typical day to go to church. They opened on Monday so that it could kind of ease into it. Now, isn't that smart? Why wouldn't we keep opening up stuff on the weekends? How stupid are we? Because even though a lot of people are working from home, so yes, in theory, you know, they could go to the beach on Tuesday or Saturday or Sunday. But most people who are working from home are still working Monday to Friday. So therefore, weekend is still the free time. And it's just what we're conditioned to do anyway, you know? So, like, how dumb is that? Let's open up on the weekend when everybody's free. Let's open up on Monday. Few people go, we kind of ease into it. Maybe my husband can take Tuesday off. We'll go out to the beach on a Tuesday, not too crowded, but then we don't have to go Saturday and Sunday. And then so the people who can only go Saturday and Sunday, maybe it's not quite so crowded for them. Imagine that. So if you really feel the need to go to the beach, go to a park, why not try going on an off time? Go enjoy it, but go enjoy it in an off time, and go to a lesser known. Don't go to the main, you know, don't go to one of the main beaches, you know, Point Pleasant, New Jersey, overcrowded. You know, go to some state park or some pond or some lake or some little off beach that's smaller, where there's the potential to be less people. May not be your favorite place, but it's going to be water, it's going to be beach if that's what you're really craving. I'm happy with mountains or beach, so, you know, I can wait. So anyway, just be careful. You know, we don't know. Everybody's complaining. Oh, we should be doing this. Oh, it's a conspiracy. Oh, this. Oh, you know what? In general, just be careful. Right now, until we know what we're up against. You know, I think that's so much crap. I should be on TV talking to people like a mom. Just be careful. It is a matter of caution because we've never done this before. So we don't know. Even these doctors, as smart as they are and as the best advice as they're giving, people are like, oh, Fauci's going back and forth. You know what? He may be an incredibly smart doctor, but he's also doing this for the first time. I mean, there have been other pandemics, but not like this, not worldwide, not with something we've never seen before this big. Is it as widespread as it could have been? Maybe not. Is it more so than they thought it would be? Maybe. Who the heck knows? Nobody knows. We just know it has touched every continent. And we do know that it has killed people on every continent. So you got to kind of take it to that extent. At the same time, the percentage of people that are dying from this is still less than the flu. So the thing is, this year we're not going to know the difference between the flu and this, and then everything's going to be called COVID. And yeah, people are saying, oh, is it the government? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm blah, blah, blahing a lot today. You know, obviously, I don't think anybody set this bug out on purpose. I don't think it was a conspiracy from the start. Did some people, some companies, some governments maybe take advantage? Maybe. But are we ever going to know? Probably not. So you know what? Is it really worth wasting my time trying to figure it out? What's the smartest thing for me to do is just be careful. Yes, I'm in the kitchen all the time, so I wash my hands every 15 minutes. That's why I have all these little cracks in all my fingers, because my hands are always wet and I still have dough on my wrist. So, you know, I'm always washing my hands, so I'm clean. You know, I don't blow my hands in, I don't blow my nose in my hands and then go touch stuff. I wash my hands. You know, I use 3 layers of tissues when I blow my nose. I mean, it's like whatever. Just do what you know to be the best, smart, common sense, which most people don't have. So go and find some. Simple things make life easier and less stressful. So, you know, eat your fruits and vegetables. You know, this morning, I had a nice smoothie. You want to know what was in it? Talk about the best thing you can do for yourself, boost your own immune system. Because, you know, somebody right now could walk into my house with COVID and walk into your house. Who's going to get sick? We don't know. But you know what? Maybe my immune system's stronger. So this morning I had a smoothie before my main breakfast, which was only a poached egg and a slice of toast with no butter on it. But I had a smoothie with carrot, celery, fennel, kale, strawberry and banana, and some yogurt. It was good. It was fruity tasting, had lots of greens in it. And, you know, that's the stuff, just one glass of it. It was like having a milkshake for breakfast. But I had that, and then I had my egg and toast and my cappuccino, because I always have a cappuccino. Yeah, Angelina just went outside, not realizing there's a breeze and this door's slammed, but that's okay. She's my kid. She lives here. So anyway, so just be good, be careful, and take care of yourself. Eat healthy foods. And of course, all those veggies were all organic strawberries. Always buy organic strawberries, because strawberries are always one of the top most pesticided fruits out there. So do that. So anyway, have a great day. Later on, I will post a picture of my pasta and my Pappardelle Bolognese. If I have a minute, I'll make a snippet of video and tack it onto here so you can see it. And that's that. So have a wonderful day. Hit the little dingy bell so you get reminded of, you know, when I'm coming on. Because, you know, I know you want to be with me every day. And also, please, I am 9 people away from reaching 600 on my YouTube channel. So please, if you haven't already subscribed, would you help me hit that 600 mark? Because then I'm just one more step closer to the 1,000, which is my goal before we get out of quarantine. So if you could help me get to that 1,000 mark, I would really appreciate it. If you'll go onto my YouTube channel, share any of those videos, and ask people to subscribe to my channel that you know, I would just be completely forever indebted to you, because when I hit 1,000, we're having a party. So anyway, you too, have an awesome day. I love you guys. Mwah! Buon Appetito. Have a great lunch. It's a beautiful sunny day here in New Jersey, so I'm planning on having lunch outside. Ciao, ciao. See you later.